Wow, there have been lots of numerous superheroes, and I know kids out there like those heroes. We know, like Superman, Captain America, Spider Man, Batman, all them others. But there was this one hero I was not familiar with until I discovered that he was a character in books. And 8 years ago, he actually appeared on the big screen. So here it is. This is my review of Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Tra la la! So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2017 animated superhero comedy flick Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Originally released by Fox for DreamWorks Animation, based on Dave Pilkey's children's novel series titled Captain Underpants. Directed by David Soren from a screenplay by Nicholas Stoller, featuring the voices of Kevin Hart, Nick Kroll, Thomas Middleditch, Jordan Peele, Kristen Schaal, and Ed Helms, who voices the titular character and his alter ego. The film was released on June 2nd, 2017, after making its premiere a week and a half prior at the Regency Village Theater. Around the right about the time when the Captain Underpants series celebrated its 20th anniversary. This film loosely adapts the first, second, fourth, and 11th books in the series. It's about two fourth grade pranksters who hypnotize their humorless principal into thinking he's the superhero known as Captain Underpants. Eventually, it did pretty well and what have you. This would be Fox's last film to be that they would distribute for DreamWorks until Universal bought them. Well, acquired them. So let's begin. In Piqua, Ohio, best friends and next door neighbors George Beard and Harold Hutchins create comic books, their latest creation being a superhero named Captain Underpants. They're fourth graders at Jerome Horwitz Elementary School, which, if you don't know, which fun fact, Jerome Horwitz, that's actually AKA Jerome Curly Howard of the Three Stooges. Yes, you heard me correctly. Surprise! Where their excessive pranks to cheer up their fellow students put them at odds with their cruel principal, Benjamin Krupp. One day they tamper with their classmate, Melvin Sneedley's invention, the Turbo Toilet 2000, to lift the other students' spirits. But Krupp uses one of Melvin's other inventions to record the boys enacting the prank. He prepares to put the two in separate classes in hopes of ending their friendship. George hypnotizes Krupp using a 3D hypno ring from a cereal box before Krupp can sign papers to separate him and Harold. They command Krupp to become Captain Underpants, leading him to cause trouble around town. After taking him to their treehouse, the boys discover that they can turn Captain Underpants back into Mr. Krupp by splashing water on him and back into Captain Underpants by snapping their fingers. To keep Krupp from separating them, they convince Captain Underpants that Mr. Krupp is his secret identity. His change in personality attracts the attention of the school's shy lunch lady, Edith. Meanwhile, Professor Pepe Diarrhea-Stan Puppy Pants, Esquire, Professor P, I will refer to him as, thank you, because he's the villain. He is hired as the school's new science teacher, though George and Harold are suspicious of his violent behavior. Professor P, who invented a Nobel Prize winning size eraser, is sick of never being taken seriously due to his name and seeks to eliminate all laughter. With Captain Underpants as principal, the school becomes a livelier place, but a rainstorm turns Captain Underpants back into Krupp, who officially places George and Harold in separate classes. Meanwhile, however, Professor P and Melvin grow the Turbo Toilet 2000 power it with Edith's toxic leftovers, and use it to attack the school. The professor uses Melvin's brain, which lacks the part that causes laughter, to power a ray that turns the students into dull, humorless zombies. Captain Underpants tries to stop them, but having no superpowers is thrown into the toxic waste. Now I will go to the ending. The rest of it, well, the last bit of this and its ending. Well, you get the point. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Stop this video at once. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below as I'm now killing them. If you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. George and Harold are captured, but the power of a joke that made them friends in kindergarten overloads the Turbo Toilet 2000, returning the kids to normal and trapping Melvin in giant toilet paper. The toxic leftovers give Captain Underpants real superpowers, and with George and Harold's help, he defeats and shrinks Professor P, who escapes on a bee. Unable to control Captain Underpants forever, George and Harold destroy the Hypno Ring to permanently change him back into Krupp, but swear to remain friends. However, after realizing that Krupp would be nicer if he had friends, they set him and Edith up on a date, causing Krupp to have a change of heart and return the comics he confiscated from George and Harold. Meanwhile, the toxic waste from the Turbo Toilet 2000 transforms the toilets at a scrapyard into an army of talking toilets, which attack the restaurant where Krupp and Ed are dying. After unwittingly snapping his fingers, Krupp is once again transformed into Captain Underpants to Edith's surprise and admiration, and he flies away with George and Harold to face their next adventure together. End of story. Now, what did I think of Captain Underpants, the first epic movie? Well, though I've only seen the film twice, I went and saw this when it came out, and I just finished revisiting the film on Netflix, which the following year would get an, a series from an animated series from DreamWorks called The Epic Tales of Captain Underpants, which ran for 4 seasons. I haven't really watched it though, but I'm sure it's good though. Anyway, I think this film's absolutely zany, crazy, and what have you. This is one of the most craziest, funniest superhero flicks I have ever seen. Upon its release, the film received generally positive reviews, with critics praising the animation, humor, faithfulness, references to its source material, and voice acting. The film was a success for DreamWorks, going on to make 125 million worldwide against its 38 million dollar budget, which happened to be the lowest budget for a film from DreamWorks Animation until 4 years later when Spirit Untamed came out, which had a budget of 30 million. Now, I really thought this was pretty good. Now, again, the film did pretty well despite losing to Wonder Woman, which happened to come out the same right about the same time, as a matter of fact, I believe. Yes. Yeah, because both films came out the same day. Yeah. The film still was very crazy. The film has good reviews. It's 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, same with a tidy plot, clean animation, and humor that fits its source material snugly. The film is entertainment that won't drive a wedge between family members. Metacritic has a score of 70, while audiences polled by Cinema Score gave it an average B+. Now, one big review, excuse me, Matt Zoller Sites of RogerEbert.com gave the film 3.5 out of 4 stars. Although he pointed out that the film is hampered by a rushed, jumbled quality and has tiresome features that he says are common to DreamWorks, such as frenetic action scenes and the use of workhorse pop songs, he emphasized that Dave approached this compendium of elemental slapstick and unabashed childishness with the reverence that the Coen brothers brought to No Country for Old Men, and further added that the inclusion of the flip book interludes are the film's best parts. Yes, this has the funny little flip book things, just like in the books, especially in having the pages accidentally be torn similar to the real books, stating that it's not often that a movie puts a spotlight on a mundane ritual in your own life that you never realized was profound, and says, "You probably forgot about this, but I want you to remember it and savor it because it meant something." The film did get nominated for several awards, but didn't win much of anything, except at the International Film Music Critics Association, where it won for Best Original Score for an animated film, where its score was done by Theodore Shapiro, who absolutely was very good and what have you. Now then, let's see. Now he's done numerous work on various movies and what have you, but there's too many to mention though. To be honest, I'm trying to see this here. I'm trying to make this real quick. Actually, this is actually the first time he's ever done the music for a DreamWorks animation film, as a matter of fact. Now, of course, he later went on to do music for a few other, well, two later films, which were the Trolls sequels, Trolls World Tour and Trolls Band Together. So, anyway, now Shapiro's score for the film was absolutely really superb and very funny. It has a pretty good soundtrack as well, which includes some good songs like Saturday, one done by the cast, and a later version you hear at the end credits by Nathan Willett. And there's also the Captain Underpants theme song done by none other than Weird Al Yankovic, which I thought that was pretty good too. So you gotta give the film credit for its music and what have you. This film has a ton of crazy, zany humor and what have you. And I actually did look at some of the books, as a matter of fact, so this is pretty loyal to the books and what have you too. Anyway, now I will tell you that, of course, the epic tales of Captain Underpants, which debuted on Netflix the following year, was a continuation. It's a shame we have yet to get a sequel to this film, but however, there would be a spin-off film, which of course is going to be on another one of Dave Pilkey's works, Dogman, which is actually out in theaters now. So anyway, now which I am looking forward to seeing. I hope this is as good as this one. Now for our cast, we have Kevin Hart voicing George Beard. I am going to say he's very good. Of course, Hart's done numerous films and what have you, and I really did like his performance. Ed Helms, who of course most people would remember him as Andy from the NBC version of The Office, voicing Mr. Krupp, aka Captain Underpants. Yeah, I gotta say, he's really good and what have you. Next, we have Nick Kroll, who most people would know him from FX's hit comedy series The League and several other series. He voices Professor P. Thomas Middleditch voices Harold, and most people would remember Middleditch from Silicon Valley, Godzilla, and later Godzilla King of the Monsters, as well as the recent hit CBS sitcom, which sadly ended after only a mere 2 seasons, which was Be Positive. Jordan Peele voices Melvin. I gotta say, he's absolutely very funny and what have you. And Kristen Schaal voices Edith, the lunch lady. And I'm gonna say she does a pretty good job as well. So anyway, I must give the cast credit and what have you. So apparently they're all absolutely blooming funny. Yeah. So the so I would say Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, is absolutely really funny. Now I will try and look into that Captain Underpants series Netflix has one day down the road. But anyway, This is really something. This is the first time we ever gotten something else from Dave Pilkey in like over over 20 years since the animated series of the Dumb Bunnies, which of course I will be featuring in my latest Saturday morning TV log this weekend. But anyway, this film is absolutely funny. It's very loyal to the books and what have you, and it's got great characters, a good score, and a few fun songs. There's the great animation. Enough said about this. This is a good film. So would I recommend Captain Underpants, the first epic movie? The answer is simply, I'm saying this in a clean way, yes, definitely, affirmative. Go check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. So, what did you think of Captain Underpants, the first epic movie? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Tell all your friends about my channel, give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my vids with your friends if you like. And now, though, usually I start the month off with my schedules and what you, but since Saturday's going to be completely booked, I am going to try and give you my February schedule early. But it'll be late night tomorrow night, okay? So stay tuned for that. So if you like this, check out my reviews for some of these other DreamWorks animation features. I'll give you some of their recent ones. The upper left-hand corner is my review of The Bad Guys, which is spoiler-free. I'm looking forward to their sequel coming up later on this year. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of their recent hit film from last year, which of course is the Academy Award nominated The Wild Robot. Or if you'd like more crazy zany superheroes, check out my review of DC's League of Super Pets in the bottom left hand corner. And the bottom right hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.